gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of One-on-One Sports. I'm Greg Brzezowski.
And I'm Christine Williams. We have a great show for you today, so let's kick things off with the starting five.
The NBA lockout is finally over, Christine, and I cannot wait for the season to begin, but we have to deal with the strategy of what happened post-lockout and what's going to affect the league from it. So, what effect will the lockout have on the NBA season?
I think they may have lost a few fans. You know, some of the people, they don't like to hear about fighting over money among millionaires. But for the most part, the fans are going to come back just like they did with the NFL. But there's going to be an adjustment period here. They have a shorter season. There's going to be drama and lots of it.
Yeah, Christine, you know me. NBA is my sport.
I know.
I'm so happy. I wanted to bring like a banner out with me and throw confetti when we announced that it's finally coming back. But I didn't because I'm restraining myself. But I think the biggest issues with this, as you mentioned, the fans are going to come back. The players need to be ready. They were so busy bargaining for their rights.
We don't want injuries and everything.
I'm not thinking injuries. I'm thinking players are out of shape. I've heard that some players have put on pounds. Rumored that players like Tyreek Evans have gained somewhat like 20 pounds in this waiting for everything.
Not good.
And then you have also guys stuck overseas too who are going to be waiting to come back as well.
That's true. That is a disappointment here, but 66 games, shorter season, I'm really looking forward to seeing how it comes out in the end. Urban Meyers has signed a contract to be the next head coach of the Ohio State Buckeyes after retiring from coaching last season to spend more time with his family. But Greg, do you think 11 months was a long enough period of time to spend with his family and get his health restored?
No, not at all. This is a joke. Urban Meyer spent those 11 months, not with his family, but with the family of his coworkers at ESPN while he was calling games and working for them. Look, that was just a way for him to get out of Florida. He was burned out, wanted a fresh start somewhere else, and now he gets to go to a top program. And I guarantee you, he's going to have Ohio State back on the top of the polls in about like a season and a half, 2 years.
Even ESPN knew it wasn't going to last.
Exactly.
This job. They put a clause in there saying he could get out whenever he wanted, meaning he kind of knew he was going to go back to coaching. He's 47 years old, and he wants to go home with his family. His two daughters are in college already, so how much time is he really trying to spend with them?
He's fine, and he's a master recruiter. He's going to get tons of great prospects go to Ohio State.
Oh, definitely.
He's going to be back on top. This could not be a better fit for him.
It really couldn't. I'm really excited.
Exactly. The Ndamukong Suh of the Detroit Lions has been suspended by Commissioner Roger Goodell for stomping on Packers offensive linemen during the Thanksgiving Day game. Christine, what were your thoughts on his punishment?
I thought it was a good move here. I mean, this was a classless, disgusting act on his part.
It was. Kind of ruined Thanksgiving a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, he shoved the guy's head into the ground multiple times. What, you're too lazy to move your hand a couple of inches onto the ground to actually get up? And then you're going to go and stomp on the guy? Why would you do that?
The best part is how he tried to first get off that he slipped and didn't mean to put his foot there. And then quickly changed his answer. But you know what?
The guy upstairs knows.
I love the fact that Ndamukong Suh is doing this in this league. The NFL needs bad boys. And you know what? He's fun to watch. He's a monster. He was
out to hurt him. Look, there was no reason for it.
Defenders are out to hurt players sometimes. That's his role in the league. He is one of the most vicious players in this league now. He's going to be fun to watch. I want to keep
stomping on people whenever you want, though.
He can't take it that far. But the fact that he is playing so aggressive is fun to watch as an NFL fan. You want those hard hits.
Every now and then, but
it's got to be controlled.
I don't want to see people get hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
Darren Williams of the New Jersey Nets is one of the highest profile players to sign a contract overseas during the NBA lockout. He recently put up 50 points in a game with the Turkish league. Greg, are you impressed by these 50 points?
Not at all. Look, Darren Williams is a great NBA player, but he's playing in this Turkish league with Besiktas, the team that Allen Iverson played with, and he's playing against substandard competition.
Still, though.
The fact that he put up 50, who cares? Look.
But 50 points in any league, though,
is impressive. But you know what else? This team's struggling, too. Besiktas just actually missed the Euro Cup. They're now not able to make the playoffs. They're struggling. They haven't played that well since Darren's been there for the past 8 games.
I'm just impressed with him here. I mean, it's a different style of play over there in Europe. It's way more physical. He had to adapt to that, and it took him a while to do so. And then he goes out and scores 50 points. I think it's impressive.
He's seen his fair share of the international game through his time with the USA international team, but it is still impressive that he's able to pull this off. I just don't think that's big of a deal for us to talk about. Congrats, Darren. You played a great game.
It shouldn't make headlines or anything, or, well, it shouldn't be the first headline you see, but it's still exciting for him.
Just come back to New Jersey, Darren. There we go, because we have NBA now. It's great. The Harbaugh Bowl on Thanksgiving night pitted the San Francisco 49ers up against the Baltimore Ravens, thus giving us a John versus Jim matchup. Christine, this got us thinking, what's the best family matchup that we've seen in sports?
I think it's got to be the Williams sisters
in
tennis.
I
mean, It's an individual sport here. They are facing each other set for set, point for point, serve for serve, going against each other. They're sisters. They grew up together. They know each other's strengths, weaknesses. They played each other 8 times in Grand Slam finals here. They're playing for championships.
Exactly.
And just to see them go toe-to-toe like this, I think is really exciting.
To see those two when they were in their primes at the top of the sport was unbelievable, and it's always great. Anytime Venus and Serena
4 finals in a row they played each other.
I will always tune in. I'm not the biggest tennis fan, but I love watching those matchups. My favorite, the Manning Bowl. Eli versus Peyton. Whenever they're able to face off against each other,
that would be very exciting.
I know it's always fun. You know, that's always going to be a primetime game. You're going to see massive coverage of it. You're going to see about 20 shots of Archie Manning and Cooper in the booth. But it's a great matchup to get to watch and a lot of fun. You know, Eli's always trying to get over on Peyton. He hasn't been able to yet, though. I
know, but they're so talented together. I think it would be great to see them. Who's really the best here? There's been so much debate.
Exactly.
It's time for us to take our first break. When 101 returns, we will be joined by our NFL experts to dissect quarterbacks.